social butterfly. And then the second one is Gemini, and melody difference as well. Gemini am I, social butterfly. And on that fly, you kind of do. You're kind of on that on the I part, the I kind of thing. So let's go back to the beginning of that stanza. This should be review for you. Gemini am I, social butterfly. And then remember on the so very versatile is so very versatile. So it's kind of that so is held long. So I'm just imagine that you're with your fingers you're so very versatile. So when you're doing that, to be able to hand signs really help you to feel the movements of the song and really help you to get it right. So when you're singing you're putting your hands together like this, and then you are like you have a piece of dough or thread or whatever in your hand, and you're just stretching it out, and then you're bringing your hands up like that. Okay? So on very versatile, it's like this, and then so it's like you're taking your hands from one and then expanding it, and that will probably help you. So do that when you're singing so very versatile. Let's start at the beginning. Gemini am I, social butterfly. Hand movements, so very versatile. And remember that very versatile is really quickly. So it's not very versatile, it's so very versatile. Okay, that's how it should be. It's not very it's very versatile. So I think that you can hear the difference. So those little details. Okay, so do that again, remembering all those things. Gemini am I. Ready? Social butterfly. So very versatile. Okay, we'll work on it. Anything but dull. So on that anything but dull, it's anything but dull. Okay, it's kind of it's a slide down from way to do. So anything but dull, kind of that slide into the note. Okay, so let's start that stanza from the beginning, and that's the last time. Gemini am I, rhythm, social butterfly. So very versatile. Remember that, come sing quick. But okay, that very versatile comes in really quickly. So very versatile. Okay, kind of like that. So then, moving on. Gemini am I. Remember that so the things I taught you. So remember the jazziness to it, the kind of side of your voice. And then remember kind of that. Forget what I said about tone, all that kind of stuff. I don't want you to be conscious of your voice. You shouldn't have to go through that thinking. It is good information to know, but I don't want you all to have thought anxieties or whatever. So, for the sake of your mental health, don't think about tone when you're singing. Just sing it just normally, okay? So then, am I? So remember on that I, there's a little hint of the E sound. So it's I. So I. So, but don't overkill the E. So it's mostly I, but then I kind of thing like I. Well, I'm like think of an I, like an I under your bed, as I said before, like a black cat, with the red eyes, the song, there's an eye in your shed, remember, under your bed. And shed is, joking from bed. Also with Joka, every part of Joka has a different way, has a completely different language. One part may be French, the other's more Indian, one part may be Spanish, Italian, and then another part may speak the regular English words flipped backwards. Okay? So, let's try that Gemini and I section. So, on the anything but dull. Anything but dull, dull, dull. Not dull, but dull. Okay? So, okay. Then Gemini am I. Gemini, dull, that sound, okay? So, also, I'll keep stopping it, but there's differences in sound between dull, okay, that's one extreme, then the other is dull, dull, kind of like that, so put them, go in between and do anything but dull, dull, okay, dull, okay, kind of thing, when you're singing it. So, that's all I have to say for that, hopefully. Anything, okay, on that. Am I, wonderful, Gemini, am I can touch the sky. Okay, and on that anything, it's not anything, it's anything, oh, anything, well, that's not that, anything, not anything, okay, so, anything but dull, okay, dull, starting from there, okay, so just sing, so first of all, just say, anything, do that, okay, and then do, and then sing it, anything, sing it, anything, I did it, anything, remember, singing has nonsense words, and then, but dull, okay, so, I can't do the solfege, but dull, okay, so do that, okay, and then sing it all together, okay, ready, and I'm gonna actually do it with the musica, so, let's see here, I can, anything but dull, and also with the song, you don't need to sing it in Australian accent, although you can if you want to, it's not needed, it's not required. So, on to the Gemini and I section. Am I Gemini? Am I can touch the sky, and then the last one, sky, okay, but it's sky on that one. Okay, this is halftime, we're moving on. My imagination runs wild, like my inner child, and to change my mind, only for being kind. So on that, it's my imagination runs wild, My imagination runs wild. My imagination runs wild. That's kind of sad. Then, like my inner child. Like my inner child. There's nothing child. There's nothing like that. It's just like my inner child. Okay, that's one of the more flattering things of it. Then I tend to change my mind. Mind is like that. It's not mind. Okay, some things can be explained through the singing and not described through the words. But so anyway, through descriptives. So and details. So I tend to change my mind. I'm known for being kind. So a nice kind of a tall sound on that known. So I'm known. When you do that, not known. That's the exact opposite of doing, but it's known. But don't overdo it. I'm known for being kind. Kind. It's not kind, but it's kind. Okay? So, all of those things in mind and conscious, do that again. My imagination runs wild, like my inner child. Remember, did change my mind. I'm known for being kind. Bring that tall sound out. Need for excitement is my main concern. Everything and anything I desire to learn. So a couple of things on that. First of all, so the need for excitement. So it's the need for excitement. Excitement is not excitement or anything along those lines. It's excitement. It's like that, okay? And then it's my main concern. Main concern is my main concern. Okay? So, then everything and anything, you know that? And then a desire to learn, okay? It's not learn, but it's learn. Okay, so, from the top of that. I'm known for being kind. The need for excitement is money for excitement. So on that 4, it's kind of like for excitement, kind of that for excitement kind of thing when you're singing kind of that. I don't know what accent's coming from, but for excitement, that's how you should sing it. Like it's a kind of a shore-deaning type thing, if you know what I mean. If you're singing, it's like you're singing downtown. I'm sure that you've all heard this song. Do 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 downtown, and then for you, that's kind of that like that Japanese type woman accent when you're singing the for you, kind of like that you sing for excitement. Maybe it sounds a little French too when you're singing for excitement. Okay, so I'm kind of make it that accent sound or Japanese form. So let's see here. So start from the beginning of that stanza. The need for excitement is my main concern. Everything and anything I desire to learn. Amazing. All spice of your life. Remember, so I'll start it at the end of that stanza, and then I'll snap, and then after that snap, it's held a second. So, all spice of your life. It's not all spice of your life, but after the snap, it should be 1, 2. Yeah, I want to do that. I'll spice up your life. That amount of time. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do it. Thing and anything. A desire. So on that, on the anything, so that anything should be a little bit fast and kind of rush, rush sounding at the end of it. So everything, everything and anything. So anything like that. Anything. Okay, anything. Okay, so kind of a slide on N and then E thing is rush. Yeah. And then a desire to learn. Okay, which you've already done successfully. So yeah. Anything. A desire to learn. A spice of your life. So then on that, it's a spice of your life kind of sound. Okay, not live, but life. Okay, so extremes, life, and then life. Okay, so find an in between, life. That's the in between. Okay, so remember that when you do it again. Desire. So on that desire, when you're holding it, a desire should be just a little bit of shaky. When you're holding desire. Okay, like that. Okay. Okay, back. To learn a spice of your life with my playfulness. And as you're doing playfulness, remember those hand movements and motions? So playfulness, and I think that this hand motion will help you feel into the song. So, do that, okay? Okay, so I think that the snapping was off. A spice of your life, timing, playfulness, hand motion, eternal, youthful, vivaciousness. So remember, vivaciousness has a little break to it. Okay, a little break between the vivae and then shiousness. Okay, so it's not vivaciousness, it's vivaciousness. Okay, and the ness is like that. So, and I am I, social butterfly, time. So, remember again, so very versatile, and then so very versatile, okay? And then, anything but dull, okay? So, do that stanza with all of those things. And then on vivaciousness, you're shaking and holding the butter. Butterfly, so very versatile. And on those ending notes, kind of add that jazzy shake. On that slight jazzy shake voice, but still contain the regular energy to your voice at the end of those things. So, let's see. So this is a repetition, but different than single rhythm. Ready? Gemini am I. That was my mistake. Social butterfly. So very versatile. So it's fly. So it's social butterfly. So very versatile. So it's like that. I think that you know what I mean. Anything but joy, and then anything, it's not anything. I that's syncopated. That's the syncopated one from earlier. But this one is not syncopated. Anything, it's like that. So, all the different syllables are in the same rhythm. They're all even and consistent on that. So, let's see here. So very versatile. So, and then tile is tile. It's not tile, it's tile. Okay? So I know it's a lot of little Virgo details to remember, but still. So, anything but dull. And then that slides in jazzy. So, and then you remember the anything. Okay, so, so do that again with Gemini, am I amazing? Social butterfly, so very versatile. That comes in quick. Anything but dull. Gemini, am I? Okay, I'm reminding you. Gemini, am I? And also on that Gemini, which I forgot to tell you, the first one is Gemini, the second one is Gemini. Okay? And touch the sky. So, rhythm is I can touch the sky. So it's kind of slow-mo. So, I can touch the sky. Okay, touch the sky. Sky. Like that, okay? So, now, try it from the beginning, see how much you remember now. Okay? Okay, ready, and go. Gemini, am I? Syncopation. Social butterfly, do this motion. So very versatile. Anything but dull. Dull is flat. So dull. So on the social butterfly. So do this hand motion to practice. Then dull is held flat. Anything but dull. And again with that jazzy shakiness. Okay? So remember that. And some of this I've told you before. So go. Gemini am I. Social butterfly. So very versatile. Anything but dull. And then anything, remember, is anything. So it's anything, in nothing. Like what we were doing, saying in nothing, and then putting those together. And then social butterfly. So T on that. So, try it again. When I nip this in the Bible. Virgo details. Social butterfly. So actually, on that, I just want to. Okay, I don't approve of the sigh. Okay, I don't like the sigh that I didn't need to hear that sigh from you. Okay, I just found that a little bit disrespectful because I know what you're thinking. I keep stopping because I want to, this is for your purpose. I notice things and I want to, correct things to make it as, close to the original as it can be, changing it up and making it clear. But I just don't approve of the sigh because it makes me look bad and it is offensive and not right, not nice, and very rude to do that. Because I know I keep stopping and starting, and I know I might drive you crazy with how much things I find and try to correct. But I think that you need to filter that, and you can do like under your breath or something. But before you say, or in this case sigh or scream or whatever, think about it before you do it. Okay? It's just like you can remember seeing in the Dance Moms, that, and I know that by now you've all seen it in like the episode 4 of season 2, when that Peyton said, I thought that I was, better than everybody else. It's, not exactly, but somewhat equivalent to that, okay? So just keep that in mind. So, ready, go. Gemini am I, social butterfly. I want to go back into the butterfly again real quick. Just to see here. So that T shouldn't be t. It shouldn't be like that, but butterfly, it should be like a t, kind of a t, type sound. So do that sound with your mouth. So just a slight T, okay? So, from the top. Gemini am I, social butterfly, so very versatile. And on the T, don't hold it too long. Anything but dull. And also remember diction as well. No time to waste. Forget the finer details in my head. Now we're going to move on. You remember everything that I needed you to remember, but also remember diction. Make those vowels kind of clear and make them a little bit crisp sounding. Okay. That when you're talking it doesn't matter, but when you're singing it's a little bit different and it does matter. And this is hungry work. Moving on. Love to speak my mind, share the knowledge I find. I'll listen to everything, keep it interesting. So, good points on the shuddering and the vibrato holding, but then on the top is love to speak my mind. So then remember that the next time. Then I am I, rhythm and melody different. Social butterfly, so very versatile, hand movements, anything but dull. Gemini am I, Gemini am I can touch the sky. Okay? You remembered all that I needed you to remember. That was wonderful. Imagination runs wild, like my inner child. Trying to change my mind. Don't forget the I tense. Known for being kind, the need for excitement is my main concern. Everything and anything I desire to learn. Remember that anything cuts and works. With my playfulness and eternal youthful vivaciousness. I didn't need to ding you on that. Gemini am I, social butterfly, so very versatile, anything but dull. Some of this technical stuff you're forgetting. Am I, but this you're remembering very well. Gemini, am I am the sky, and then on the Gemini, so not a ha-hi, but it's ha-hi, so it's a slight H sound on that. But that was wonderful. Now, with the time, okay, it's only 10:22. Okay, so, that was good for that part of that. Let's see. So, now, you can all, do your thing for the morning. That's really all I have for you right now, okay, because I want to kind of, take a break from doing that, okay? And so you're all going to be doing your lessons and dancing choreography, okay? Then, after lunch, Gemini Clubus. Then, after Gemini Clubus, you're going to be having more lessons and times with, on the dancing, you know how that's going to work. And then we're going to meet back here, and we're going to focus on A Million Dreams and You Have to Be There. Okay, and probably one of those songs, since that took, longer than I thought that it would. So that was all, okay, that I have for you right now. I want to keep with kind of a routine, okay, kind of, schedule. So thank you all very, very much, okay? Thank you all for your participation and picking things up. I know that's a lot of little details and things to remember, but you're doing wonderful. So,